Sorry about that. Um, I was just looking at my up here. I have one of those things where you put your old photos and stuff like that, and then they digitize it. I have the box here, but I haven't put stuff in it. I'm a little, I get a little nervous about sending things. That I only have like one copy of. Just randomly in the mail, but Um, I might start somehow small, like old snapshots or something. You know what I mean? Like as a test run. You know what I mean? That who cares if they get lost or not type thing. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Have you guys tried that? Have you guys tried that? This one says iMemories on it, but I think Kodak has one also. I don't know. I've never tried the service yet, so I'm curious out there if anyone else has used one of the digitizing services. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of local places that will do it, which I had looked for that for years, and they're like, no, we're more about like this or that. And it's like, really? Yeah. Technology. I need to make some improvements in my home storage as well. Just, technology wise, get a little bit more organized. That was one of my I would say primary like business goals for 2026. Electronically being more organized, and having all those physical backups and things like that, so anyway, there's like I said, there's whole companies out there that are like willing to help make that happen. So, if that's for you, maybe look into it. Maybe that's part of the message today. So, and I'm sure it's a reminder to myself. Yes, trust what you already know. Other things I keep on hand. Well, they say you're supposed to keep your taxes for at least like 3 years, your last three returns. For businesses, it's longer, right? Financial statements is like 7 to 10 years type stuff. But individuals, it's usually like 3 years. They want you to keep your tax returns, I believe. Anyway, but like I'll keep like old bills, just like from year to year to see like the usage on my electricity, just kind of because they always give you that like I don't know if your guys' bill does it and it shows like what it was the year previous. Um, Mine does that, but it's like, do you trust it? I mean, if you have the paper copy, you can go. I don't know. I got too many passwords for everything else. You know what I mean? It's kind of a. Whew. Who knew that was going to be such a thing? Wow. Wow, kids, am I right? Like when you're growing up and you're saying, what's the secret password? Did we ever think it was going to come to this? Forget the little black book. Now it's a password book, right? And that goes all the way back to that movie Ghost. Remember? Patrick Swayze, they were after his passwords, right? Because he was in the banking industry, finances. That movie might be relevant for somebody. This is just regular Rider Waite tarot today we're pulling, okay? So just pulling a few cards, all right? Look at that Wheel of Fortune. Literally was just thinking of the show, Wheel of Fortune. You might be a wheel watcher. Have any of you wheel watchers isn't it like you can win at home too or something? Has anybody ever done that and won? Again, one of those things where it's like, has anybody actually done that? I'm curious. Um but Wheel of Fortune, also the number 10, it's completing something. And the Wheel of Fortune is about, how is luck going? Are you making moves towards your future, in your favor? Like, okay. So, maybe some of you are just coming out of hibernation now and you're like, what? 2026? I don't even want to think about 2026. Now's a good time to start. right? What are you going to do for the rest of your year? Or, you know, now that this is over, now what's your plan, right? Like you don't have to wait till the beginning of, you know, January 1 to start, you know what I mean? Not everything has to be, you can have things that are layered and stacked. Okay. All right. Ooh, look at that Temperance card, Sagittarius. That's really interesting because Sagittarius is often associated also with the Wheel of Fortune card. So, but what Temperance is about, right, is about patience. Okay. Um, I was watching some clips from the movie The Ten Commandments, right? And when the baby is going down the water, okay, when and Moses, right, and he's traveling along the water, and she finds him in there, right? But she's close to the land. Okay. It's like she didn't have to go far, right, to have her fortune changed in terms of becoming a mother, you know, so that might be significant for somebody as well. Um, so have some patience with that, um, with yourself, especially, you know, I guess if you're trying to conceive, if you're, you know, doing the things I have, um, you know, I'm of a certain age where I have several friends that have gone through a few trials and tribulations when it comes to that, right? So you know, just as Rome wasn't built as a day in a day, neither is maybe your family, right? Okay. And sometimes, and remember, sometimes, like in that movie, The Ten Commandments, our gifts come in unconventional ways. Okay. All right. We also have rain in the forecast, so that might be significant as well. Like we really need it. So, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're focused on your, this is overall energy, like focusing on success, um, you know, what's in the Serenity Prayer, controlling the things you can, right? Not worried about everything else, but you know, hey, I can at least do this, you know? Hello there in the chat. As a reminder, please do be kind to others. I have posted some new chat guidelines. So I'm not really, since I'm, you know, seeing it from a different viewpoint, I can't really see what, how it appears to you guys, but hopefully you're able to view the updates, you know what's allowed, what is not, and understand that you might be auto moderated according to the settings as long as I have the chat open. You know, sometimes things get out of hand and I have to shut people down, or, you know, I might just end up turning comments off. I don't know. We'll find out. So sometimes I like hearing from you guys though. So anyway, let's see here. What else do we have after this Temperance card, please? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And what? Oh my goodness. Here we go. The Knight of Wands. Okay. So somebody could be traveling towards you with a fiery energy, with a energy of spring fever, a la Aries. Okay. Aries is very, you know, that kind of masculine, that kind of fireball, that sacral chakra thing, you know, and they're like, look at me. Don't I look good? Hey. Right. And it's going to be up to you, collective, if you're going to deem this person worthy of what you've been patiently waiting for, right? Like, are they part of the plan? And remember, you have the power to choose that. All right. You know, if you do allow somebody in, allow them in, you know, one step at a time, right? Even though they might arrive unconventionally. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Again, the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Taurus may be also significant as it will be coming up after Aries season. Okay. We are in the midst of Pisces right now. You know, Pisces is kind of like that dream state. We also had the moon, so a lot of dreamy energy, a lot of kind of stuff like that. Okay, let's see here. Oop, look at, oh my gosh. Okay, well, this one flipped over here, the Justice card. So Libra, and then this here is the Five of Swords. So you might be getting some Justice collective. With regards to a situation where you thought you could trust somebody, but then it turned out you really couldn't trust them or something. You know, the swords also are that air energy, and this is Libra. So it's, I heard swift justice, like it's going to be clear. You know, it's not, there's not going to be a lot of confusion about it. Oh my God. And look at that. Ace. See, this is, I can't make it up. Okay. So, ooh, look at that. The Empress. So this could be regarding an Empress, and it could be, there could be, yeah, where somebody didn't want the Empress to be happy. Okay. Somebody was wanting to try and hold you back, saying that you didn't have enough. You didn't have the, it's like, because you can look at the Seven of Pentacles, and almost every tarot book will explain the Seven of Pentacles in the positive and in the negative. Okay. Some people can look at this and be like, oh, that's all. And other people can be like, oh, we've got a lot so far, and we're almost like, that's only 3 away from the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles for just a solo person is highly abundant. Empress energy. So somebody's sneezing at your 7, it's like, and you came with what? You know, it's like those old countries where they want the dowry and stuff. It's like, and you came with what? Anyway, 6 of Pentacles here. So yeah, collective, you're going to be getting something a little bit more balanced. Okay. Yeah. And it comes from, because you've been focusing on, again, this is one of those that can be read a multitude of ways, and a lot of times people take it negatively. But when you are focusing on, right, some people say, oh, you got to step back in order to, right, and sure, okay, you might have to consider some other things. But when you're in that Queen of Pentacles, right, that we had earlier, right, that's preparing for this Empress type level of stability. Empress is also Libra, and here we have the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and again, Libra with the Justice card. What else you want, right? Okay, so yeah, and of course, yeah, King of Wands. So, this Knight of Wands may be, yeah, something, but I don't feel that it's like overtaking the reading or anything. I feel like it's an option that's coming in to kind of test the waters, right? Okay, yeah, starfish energy. Yeah, you could be kind of benign in the situation, maybe because you are awaiting this justice, you know, to see these lies dissolve. Okay, just like salt or sugar will dissolve in water, right? You know, is a starfish not still cool and beautiful? It just exists, right? The number 5 may be significant also. If you follow my 5-minute rule, which is on my Feeling Better channel, I need to repost a video for that. So I'll do that. I'll do that shortly as well. Okay. So look at that. The horse. That's some strong, I was getting horse vibes earlier because when I was feeding my dogs, I had the treats out in the palm of my hand and I just was like, like here, let instead of, putting my fingers, in the danger zone where they might get nipped at or scratched, they were totally fine just, eating out of the palm of my hand. Especially when it comes to snacks. All right, we're gonna pull some of these cards here. This is like a mini deck. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, yeah, look at that. It's very cool looking though. I like the illustrations a lot on it. This turtle here. Eagle eyes. So having that bird's eye view and knowing what is best. Okay. So you might be getting some kind of sign, some kind of imagery, take it how it resonates for you. The dragon. Wow. A dragon is a mythological creature. However, there are animals that still have dragon as part of their name, including plants, like a snapdragon. So this temperance card may be cautioning you against making snap decisions, like against using the reptilian brain. Okay, like, Ooh, dragonfly. I was getting dragonfly earlier. Okay, that's really interesting. And I think you can, yeah, well, you can kind of see it. This, it's one of those crosses made from the palm leaves. And, yeah. Okay, so dragonfly. And this Knight of Wands. So this person could remind you of somebody. They could have a familiar type of energy in a positive manner. Okay, so I don't feel like this person is coming to bother you, even though it might feel a little bothersome or upsetting. um So again, this Justice card, let's see here, Earthworm. So, making progress, tilling the soil, spring is coming, right? Again, what are you seeing that you're going to be doing, okay, that's going to make sense for you going forward, okay? So beware of snakes. Was it not the asp that killed Cleopatra, right? So if somebody has been dishonest with you about something, this might be the time when you're realizing, okay? And it's like they were trying to circle something that you had type thing, okay? Yeah, I heard sneaky. Okay. Ooh, look at that. And here's the horse again. So this is bringing you good luck. This is, very earthbound, earthy type energy. So again, a horse, I would say kind of relative to the bull, right? And we're going to have Taurus season after Aries again, seeking that ground, seeking that stability. Okay. So under that, ooh, a unicorn. right? Well, that's what they used to do, for the circus acts. They would just take a horse, right, and strap that on there. Anyway, yeah. So, this full moon, again, I feel like the animals have been sensitive and stuff. So again, as spring approaches, watch for things starting to move and shift, right? I think we're having daylight savings time coming up this weekend as well. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at what. Okay. So, yeah, and I feel like you're moving very swiftly. Okay. Like this gazelle, with grace. Okay. Remember, we are given grace, in our moments of being. Okay. Because I was feeling like, yeah, somebody could feel a little like heavy in this energy, but they need to understand the beauty and the lightness that comes with it. All right. Well, this reading started with my dog barking, and now ending with my dog barking. So maybe this is a good time to end the reading. All right. So until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye bye.